Want to know what's behind that wall? So does everybody else. I'm at Walt Disney World in Orlando, where next year we will finally see what is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It is a whole new type of theme park experience where you can eat and breathe and sleep all things Star Wars. There are a lot of secrets, but here's what we know so far. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is a 14-acre themed area with 2 new rides, a cantina restaurant, loads of merchandise, and you can roleplay to live out your own Star Wars story and interact with characters. This is currently being built inside 2 of Disney's theme parks, Disneyland in California and Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. Both areas will have the same design, but the California one will open first in the summer of 2019. The one in Florida opens later in the fall. But Florida is getting something extra. Disney is building a luxury Star Wars hotel. First, though, let's go into the details of the land itself. Step inside and you'll be on a whole new planet with new creatures and characters. Yet there will still be familiar Star Wars elements. It takes place on the planet Batuu in a village called the Black Spire Outpost. It's a crossroads for traders, adventurers, and smugglers at the edge of rogue space. It's described as a haven for the galaxy's most colorful and notorious characters, and a place to avoid the expanding reach of the First Order. The spires are the petrified remains of the ancient trees. The one that's the most notable is called the Black Spire. It's become a landmark, as travelers will tell folks to meet them at the Black Spire. Disney is weaving this new world into other Star Wars stories too. The upcoming novel Thrawn Alliances makes references to the planet Batuu. But let's get to the rides. In one, you'll be boarding a Resistance troop transport, and you'll wind up on a Star Destroyer, making you feel like you're inside a hangar bay in the middle of a battle between the First Order and the Resistance, and you'll encounter 2 full-size AT-AT walkers. It's been described as the most epic attraction Disney ever designed. In the second ride, you go aboard the Millennium Falcon, sitting in the cockpit of Han Solo's famous ship, flipping switches and shooting blasters to control it yourself. Disney is working with NVIDIA for technology that can render the graphics of your flight in real time. Your performance will determine your ending. If you've been to Disney, you may have ridden another Star Wars simulator ride, Star Tours, but that's been around for decades. The point is, it's going to be way more advanced than anything in the Star Tours ride. How you do on the ride will even follow you back in the land. So if you banged up the ship, you may find yourself in trouble at the cantina. And yes, there's a cantina restaurant serving up blue milk. Fans of the original Star Tours ride may also recognize the droid working at the cantina, Captain Rex. Rex is back. He's got a new role, and he's going to be a DJ at the cantina. So maybe he'll be a better DJ than a Starspeeder pilot. Somewhere in the land, you'll also run into Nine Nub. He's a Rebel Alliance pilot from Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. A few other classic characters will also be there, like Chewbacca and BB-8. You got any new secret plans for that new Star Wars world inside you? I guess not. The street and marketplace will be packed with details and unique smells. There's a marketplace run by a Toydarian. That's a species from the Phantom Menace. You'll also find a creature stall where different beasts from literature will come to life, and there will be some you can take home. One of the creatures on display will be the Lothcats from the Star Wars Rebels animated series. But let's not forget about the hotel. It will be a luxury resort attached to the Star Wars land in Florida. Every guest will depart together in a multi-day adventure set on a starship. Every window has a view of space, and you are encouraged to dress up in the proper attire. Your experience may vary depending on the choices you make during your stay. You can count on Disney using technology to bring it all to life, and you may find some clues by looking at Disney's patent application filings. Disney applied for a patent for layered screen displays, and the screens are interactive. Maybe these could be used for cool space window effects. There's a patent filed to create the illusion of seeing blaster fire that can travel through the air. Maybe you'll see that in a ride. And there's a patent for making 3D images float in the air by bouncing off reflective surfaces. So are we getting holograms or force ghosts? The site WDW News today was the first to report on these, but patent applications don't necessarily mean these will become reality. But here is something real. Little droid units are being tested in Disneyland, roaming around guests, beeping and posing for pictures. This one is called Jake, or J4K3. Will he be in Galaxy's Edge? We won't know until it opens.
So what do we do while we have to wait a whole year? We can use our imaginations. Pew, pew, pew.